President Trump is visiting the Federal Reserve today amid increased pressure on the central bank's chairman, Jerome Powell. Mr. Trump's visit comes after repeated calls for Powell to cut interest rates, and also follows the president suggesting that the Federal Reserve chairman has mishandled renovations at the central bank, which he claims could be grounds for firing. This is Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche is meeting with Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, today. He is planning to ask Epstein's longtime girlfriend exactly what she knows. The meeting comes on the heels of a House committee's decision to issue a subpoena for her testimony next month. The Justice Department will also be subpoenaed for the files. And just yesterday, the Wall Street Journal published a new report alleging that Attorney General Pam Bondi told President Trump that his name appeared in the Epstein files back in May. Mr. Trump had said the Attorney General did not tell him his name was included. Now, it's important to note that just being mentioned in the files is not indicative of any wrongdoing. I want to bring in CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes. Nancy, thanks for being here. Let's begin with the president's visit to the Federal Reserve. What is the point of this tour?
The White House has not been explicit, Meg, about the point, but I think given everything we've heard from the president over the past couple of weeks, it's safe to say that he is looking to draw even more attention to the cost overruns associated with the major renovation that is taking place at the Federal Reserve as he heightens his attacks on Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. This is a renovation project that has been going on for years. It's a historic building on the National Mall, so it's very expensive, but it started out at $700 million and now has ballooned to $2.5 billion. And so the president has been pointing at that to make the argument that Powell is a bad manager of money, even as the president stops short of doing anything about it and actually seeking to remove the Fed chair because his advisors have told him that that would be bad for the economy and that it would shake global financial confidence in the U.S. markets and the U.S. dollar. So it'll be an interesting trip there to the Fed. Typically, presidents don't hop over to the Fed because they are looking to show that the Fed is independent. It isn't influenced by politics, but that is a very unusual trip that the president is going to be making later today.
All right, we'll be watching that visit very closely. And just shifting gears for a moment, as we mentioned, a new Wall Street Journal report alleges the president was told months ago that his name was included in the Epstein files. What else do we know, Nancy?
Well, we got a statement from the White House about this. It's not an outright denial of what the Wall Street Journal is reporting, but the communications director, Stephen Chung, said that the fact that the president kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his club for being a creep should basically tell you what you need to know about the president's relationship with Epstein. And he goes on to say that this is nothing more than a continuation of the fake news stories that are swirling about President Trump and his late friend, Jeffrey Epstein. But even Republican lawmakers on the Hill today, Meg, have said, sure, we think it's totally plausible that Donald Trump was in the Epstein files. Everyone knows that he and Epstein were associates and friends for many years. And just the fact that Trump might appear in those files isn't, again, an indication, as you said, that he did anything wrong.
All right, we will be following it. Nancy Cordes, thank you.